Next, I got a cutthroat. My useless barracks and factory distract the first attack. The Marines love shooting floating buildings. But they didn't distract them quite long enough, so I repair my command center until I can hire mercenaries. My war pigs immediately go in a bunker. They're just staying there. And my Hells Angels land and help against the first attack. Next, I decided I had Spartan companies and I thought I could send them and attack the enemy's mining base, but enemy attack group found us. My SCVs valiantly sacrificed themselves so the Spartans could escape. I simultaneously sent my Hells Angels the other way, and they successfully destroyed the command center. But after that, the Spartan companies go out, they're trying again. Same goal, they should destroy the enemy command center. Meanwhile, the Hells Angels already destroyed one, so they're going for a second. Collect a bit of money along the way, but I don't worry if I miss some. I can come back later, and eliminating enemy mining is much more important. The Spartan companies aren't great, so some SCVs die. Well, maybe I just sent them to their death there, but that's fine. But I prioritize targeting SCVs first instead of the command center so that Orlin can't mine too much. Then, it's really close. I send the rest of the SCVs that were the dedicated repair crew of Hells Angels, and they start mining, while the Hells Angels go and get some money. They even kill some enemies and survive. And Miara told me that I was hiring mercenaries, but she has stuff that isn't mercenaries, so I kill them. Most importantly, I get some practice attacking a planetary fortress, which is not a mercenary. Then I see a planetary fortress in Orland's base and do the same thing. Siege breakers are so OP that it's not a problem. In Engine of Destruction, I quickly get the Wraiths away from the enemy battlecruisers, and then Hell's Angels can actually fight the enemy battlecruisers. With my starting units and Wraiths executed, I can prioritize defending my base and the Odin. Defend my base with bunkers full of war pigs and hammer securities. I need some SCVs for repair, but not that many at home. Main thing is, when the Odin attacks, I frantically send SCVs in. I'm careful, I try pulling them back or sending them in as small groups so that not too many die. I mostly am just repairing the Odin, and Hell's Angels are really important here. It's not just their attack, they're providing high ground vision for the Odin. But it's mostly just frantically sending SCVs in and repairing the Odin and hoping that the enemy splash damage doesn't kill my SCVs. It's mostly just really chaotic and it's effective. Since I need so many SCVs for this, I had 2 command centers in my base. I don't need the command center reactor research. A second command center does the same thing. And sometimes my SCVs decide that repairing my Hells Angels is more important than repairing the main objective, which makes it pretty close, but close is fine. It works. This third base is definitely the most difficult, but by sending in SCVs almost constantly, it works. Then, for the fourth base, the most important thing is provide high ground vision to the Odin so that it can shoot that siege tank. And I also help against the air units since the Odin doesn't do much damage to them. which one of my Hells Angels dies here, but it's okay. For the final base, I just move in and attack the enemy battle cruisers, and before the Odin even arrives, most of the enemy's defenders are dead. With not much left in this base, the Odin can easily handle it. Next mission is the dig. I delayed it so I could have mules and most other upgrades that are allowed by the challenge and actually useful. I quickly start multi-building my second base. I need more money. And drop a mule on my main base. It's better if I drop them on the second base, but the first one must go from the main base since the second base isn't built yet. Then I built a third command center. Stalkers walked a little too close to it, so I pulled it back. This way the SCVs can repair it, and when the second attack comes, I pull most of my workers away from my second base. I had some bunkers in position. I thought the tech lab might help block zealot pathing. It kinda worked. And once I got my mercenaries out, plan was just repair and absurd them out. Because for this first attack, I just don't have that much yet. Also, I positioned my command center there specifically so that some of them would attack the drill, but not too many, because if too many attack it, the drill just dies and I lose. After that initial defense, I should be a little safer since they can't accumulate multiple attacks, but now they're sending much stronger attacks, and before I could get my defenses properly built, they destroyed most of my buildings here, but it's okay. As long as the mercenaries survive, I'll be safe, and I can rebuild. Later, I decide I need something blocking their pathing. So I move my barracks in position, and the enemies are just kind of stuck behind themselves, and it limits the damage. On the other side, I block with 2 command centers. Later, I build more stuff. The goal is just get some of the enemies attacking my buildings while I can fight others. A particularly scary attack comes when they bring the first Colossus. And actually several Colossus here, but they're scattered enough that I don't take too much damage. I prioritize quickly attacking the Colossus because they do the most damage. And it works, but it still did significant damage. So I retreat my defenses to a ring around the drill, move any buildings that can, rebuild the bunkers in a good spot. And the air attacks in this mission really aren't that scary when I have Hell's Angels. And then I just stay there for the rest of the mission. I don't have much money left, but it's okay. The mission's almost done. And I don't mind if some of them want to just attack my buildings. Because as long as they're not near the drill, I should win. See, my main base is almost mined out. Only 1 mineral field left. But at the end, they send a final attack, and I decide the best thing I can do is prioritize killing the Colossus again because they deal so much damage. And the other units are kind of stuck behind my buildings, which is helpful. And the command center stays strong, and I win.